Hello everybody, my name is Cryfuse. Welcome to the 10,000 subscriber Q&A special. It also happens to be the 10,000th time I've tried to record this intro, and I suck at intros. Thank you for 10,000 subscribers, every single one of you. Let's get to the questions! First off, Kiana Lyles asks, "Yay, Q&A, how tall are you?" I am 5'6". And do you like pizza? If so, what kind? Yes, I do love pizza. I love pizza. Pizza's awesome. I just had a piece like 20 minutes ago. I used to like meat lovers a lot, but after I tried having more veggies on my pizza, I started to like that more. But I'll eat anything with stuffed crust. Next up, Samuel Kelly asks, "Cryfuse, can you make Afton Family 4.0 please?" I put this one very early in the video because I kind of want to get it out of the way. I'm sure you already all know I'm not going to be doing another Afton Family song. Thank you for the question. But I'm sorry, no more Afton Family. I've moved on. Anyway, next question. Lunatron asks, "What's your favorite video game and what's your favorite movie?" You know, I don't really know what my favorite movie is because I don't watch a lot of movies. I am more of a TV show guy. Movies can be good. I'd say probably my favorite movie off the top of my head is Donnie Darko. It's just a mind twister. It's awesome. It's cool. Now that I think of it, every movie I've seen with Jake Gyllenhaal in it is amazing. Here's just a list of movies that I like. Right here. I'm sure it'll be here. I'll edit it in. Okay. And my favorite game, well, that depends on whether or not you're asking about the story of the game or the gameplay itself. As a game, Minecraft is hands down my favorite game. It's like the perfect game. You can do anything. It has everything that I would ever want in a game. But for the story, the game Nier Automata is my absolute favorite of all time. It is a heart-wrenching story, but I think it's worth it. It's a very good game. It has good gameplay, amazing graphics. There's some funny parts in it, but it's a very mind-bending psychological thing. You can see a pattern here. I like mind-bending psychological stuff. Next question. Jeff, who is Skeppy's opposite, asks, "How is life?" Well, it's life, so it sucks, and it's painful, but right now I'm doing pretty good, and I hope all of you are doing good too. It's a very difficult time right now. I know. There's a lot of turmoil going on in the entire world, especially the U.S. right now. There's so much stuff going on that it's very hard to be content or be happy, find any type of solace in this stuff that we're going through. But we'll get through it. We will. We absolutely will. Jeff, who's Skeppy's opposite, also asks, "Have you heard of Dream SMP?" Yeah, I have. It's Minecraft server, if I am correct. I don't know what the buzz is about. Is it just Dream's Minecraft server? Next question. Len the Simper. Did I pronounce that right? Q1. Are you the Potato King? Hell no, I'm not the Potato King. Jacksepticeye is the Potato King. You can count on that. Question 2. Pluto Percy also asked this question as well. Do you watch anime? If so, what's your favorite? I haven't watched a ton of anime, but I do like some. And out of the ones that I've watched, I'd say Attack on Titan and Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid are my two favorite anime series. However, my favorite anime movie is Howl's Moving Castle, almost exclusively because of the soundtrack. It just has an amazing score. JoJo is also really cool. I haven't watched a lot of it because I got bored, but JoJo is awesome. Kobe Rios asks, "If you could guarantee to learn one skill before the year ends, what would it be and why?" Well, I thought long and hard about this one because I'm always trying to learn new skills, but I think I'm not actually planning on doing this, but I think if I could learn an entire skill in 1 year, it would be learning Japanese. And the reason, the why, is so that I can, write lyrics in Japanese. It's a beautiful language, especially to be sung, and JoJo voices are fun. Next question. Crimding Grimbo asks, have you heard of What's the Matter, Martha? I have heard of it, now that you asked the question. When I was sorting, I went and looked at the video, and it's weird. It's a very, very weird video, and it hits a lot of, depression triggers. Yeah, you broke your mind and didn't get the warranty. And this is a kid's song? Kind of low-key like it. It's kind of a bop. I like it. Next question. GlitchBoyDC2 asks 2 questions. First one is, why this video not have more comments? Considering the ratio of subscribers to comments, you'd think there'd be more, wouldn't you? I'm actually glad there's not, because it took long enough to sort these. There's only 30, and it took long enough to sort these. I'm glad there's not more comments, actually, at least at this point in time. And Glitchboy's second question is, what person is the nicest to you? Well, I live with my mom and grandma, and they are some of the nicest, kind-hearted, awesome people that I know. They're just fantastic. Next question. Laner the Gamer asks, how are you during the pandemic? And I'm going to be real with you guys, it's been difficult. I have been probably more lonely during this pandemic than I've ever been in my entire life. It's felt like a very lonely road. And it is for so many people, especially those who already don't have social connections. I'm not a social guy. I'm not out there and talking to people. I stay at home, I make music, sometimes I play games, I make content for you guys. And that actually goes into Laner the Gamer's next question, which is, will you make more songs? Of course I'll make more songs. Why wouldn't I make more songs? The music is in my blood. Next question. It's Popkin asks, do you think some of your songs are overrated or underrated? Yes, I do think that some of my songs are overrated and underrated. Overrated goes to Afton Family. You couldn't have guessed that. Not in a million years. Underrated would probably have to go to Recesses, which is a song on my latest album, Self-Portraits of Psychological Corruption. That entire album, I feel, is kind of underrated. Then again, I didn't really advertise it that much because I'm not good at marketing yet. I'm figuring that out, guys, don't worry. Popkin's next question was also asked by Dr. Cookie, and that is, what is your favorite song you've made? My favorite song that I have made... I could just answer this question, but at the same time, I don't know, because my opinion on it might change like that. But right now, I think my favorite track that I've made is Sleepwalking. It came together just perfectly. And Popkin's third question is, does your kitty like their penguin? If you didn't see a couple days ago, there was a video where I showed my cat with his cuddling with this little plush penguin. It was adorable. And yes, he does like it. He likes it very much. My cat's name is Sequoia, and the penguin's name is Seamus. You ever heard of a penguin named Seamus? I hadn't either, not until I named him Seamus. Next question. FNAF Rockstar asks, what did you want to do before YouTube and why? For the most part, I wanted to be a game developer. Back in the early days, I didn't really know much about indie games, so I was thinking about working at Nintendo. What a shit decision that would have been. So glad that I did not even pursue that. The golden age of Nintendo is no more, boys. I'm so sorry. But yeah, I wanted to be a game developer, and I still kind of dabble with it sometimes, just to, you know, mess around or make a little thing. But I never actually make any games. I think I've made one. It's called Mr. Milk Stash. Go find my Game Jolt page, and it'll be there. I made it in like a week. I wanted to make a short little game, so I made Mr. Milk Stash. It's kind of cool. It's whatever. I made the soundtrack too, and I think it's pretty good. Next question. Pinto asks, when did you first start making music, and what kind of genre do you prefer? Congratulations, by the way. Thank you very much. I think I first started in like 2014 or 2015. I didn't start uploading to this channel until mid 2016, and you can't go back that far because I took those old crappy demos down. They're nothing amazing. They're garbage. Like, you'd listen to them and be like, oh, they're garbage. Please don't make this a lost media thing. But yeah, what kind of genre do I prefer? You know, I don't really have a preference of genre. I think there's no genre that I don't think I would ever. There's no genre that I wouldn't want to make. Maybe country pop, but my two favorite things to produce are dubstep and, believe it or not, classical orchestral music, like old stuff, old stuff. Yeah, it's very, very fun. Next question. Spicy Nightmare 09 asks, why and how did you get into YouTube? Was there a reason, or was it for fun? Well, all my favorite content creators have been on YouTube, and they still are on YouTube. I mean, when I first thought about sharing my work, you know, my instant thought was YouTube, because, you know, it's a free platform. You can put things up publicly, and you can get yourself out there, at least start to. But you know, you gotta bug your friends and all your contacts to share stuff, you know. Sage Official. Hello, Sage. Sorry we haven't talked in so long. Sage asks, what kept you motivated when you first started making music? Well, music has always been a part of me. But I think what really kept me motivated was the ability to make, you know, fully produced and mixed tracks on my own. And having that ability is something that I think on its own kept me motivated. In my beginning, in the beginning of my journey with music production, like nothing could keep me away from it, and nothing can keep me away from it still. But you know, Sage also asks, what vision did you want to create when you posted your songs? Well, ever since around 2013, I have been a huge fan of The Living Tombstone, and I've been inspired by his stuff ever since I heard it. First thing I heard of his, of course, was a Discord remix. Yeah, I'm an old Tombstone fan. He really, really, really inspired me to start making my own stuff. I think if he hadn't have made a FNAF song, I don't know if I ever would have started. So thank you, Tombstone. You're awesome. When I first started with actually making music, I discovered that I could recreate a lot of sounds that Wooden Toaster used. Wooden Toaster, he also goes by the name of Glaze. He hasn't really made music for a few years now. And I kind of miss having new stuff of his around. But yeah, I learned that I could recreate a lot of the sounds that he made, and I decided that I would go with something similar to Glaze for Afton Family, and I think I kind of got it. But Afton Family has become its own thing now, and it's not really tethered to any sort of inspiration anymore. DJ Studios asks, does it bother you that Afton Family has 1 million views while your newer content usually isn't above 100 views? Sorry if this comes off as rude. Thank you, somebody, for finally saying that. I am so glad that you acknowledge that it can be a bit stressful sometimes, but it's okay because, you know, you guys are enjoying my music. You know, if that's the song that you enjoy, that's the song that you enjoy. That's fine. You know, I'm just glad that you're enjoying it for the most part. Yeah. Overconfident Squash asks, "May I have permission to make a list of my favorite songs of yours?" I don't know, XD. Yes, of course you can have permission to make a list of your faves of mine. That's, yeah, you can always do that, no problem. I'm actually honored that somebody wants to make a list of their favorite songs that I've made. HypeX asks, "What do you think about your fan base?" Well, since we've been on the topic of Afton Family, I think that you guys can be a little bit obsessed. But that's okay because I love every single one of you. I don't know a lot of you guys personally, but I do know that you guys are supportive of everything that I make, and I know that you guys are, for the most part, I don't see your comments on other videos, but I know that for the most part you're very kind and supportive, and I love all you guys. Kirsten Patterson, hi Kirsten, asks, "Who's your role model?" Well, I have quite a few role models. I'm just gonna put them on the screen or something. I don't know. They'll just pictures with names, okay? Perfect. Once in a Lifetime asks, "What is your favorite aspect of life in general?" Well, to be honest, music has literally saved my life multiple times. So I think music is my favorite aspect of life in general. Thank you. Skelamage asks, "Regarding your content, do you have any specific plans about the future of your music, or are you just going to keep creating stuff until you grow tired of it?" Well, the future. There's not a lot that I can do other than what I'm already doing with the current state of the world, but someday I would love to do live shows for you guys. That'd be awesome. I think I'll start with doing, here in the studio live shows, and oh yeah, I hadn't even mentioned it yet. I'm sure you guys have all noticed I have a brand new setup. I didn't even say anything about it like it was totally normal. Well, it is totally normal now. But I hope you guys like it. I love it. It's awesome. Skelamage also asks, bonus question just because, but will you ever dabble in more meme content? Thanks for your time, dude. Thank you. I am glad that you enjoy memes as much as the next fine fellow. Cosmic Dev 13 asks, "Who's Joe?" He could be any one of us. Gene Meme Machine. Without memes, I will die. VPuppy Shadow asks, "Why do you create such awesome stuff?" Well, I mean, I don't want to make crappy music. I've never done that. I've never made crappy music. Not once. Not me. But if we're going to be completely honest, I strive for that awesomeness, and the fact that you asked me that question means that I'm achieving my goal, so I'm glad. Thank you. Ramsey the Lag Spike asks, "Can you do a collab with Night Cove the Fox?" Maybe. I really don't know. I have an idea of what I would want to do, because I've thought about it. Whenever I get asked about a collab, I think, what would I want to do with them? And I have an idea, but I mean, it's a two-sided decision. Random Floofy Animals asks, "Do you like the voice effect you sometimes use?" I only like it sometimes. Usually it's kind of annoying because it's all high pitch and nasally and synthy, and it's not usually my favorite, but it has its time and place. Pure Venom asks, "How do you make your songs?" I use a program called FL Studio 20. If you look up any tutorials for FL Studio 20, you can basically see what I do. DSL Modem asks, "This is a question!" This is as much of a question as cromulent is a real word. Therefore, it's a pretty cromulent question. Cromulent is your answer. Khalif asks,
Apple.
well, Khalif, my Samsung pisses on your Apple. Actually, I don't care. You can have whatever phone you want. Maybe you're talking about the fruit Apple. I don't know. Who knows? But thank you for the comment. It was actually kind of funny because it makes no fucking sense. Jess asks, where did you get your hair? It's fabulous. Well, thank you, Jess. I'm glad that you like my hair. I like it too. It is kind of my pride and joy. It's taken a long time to grow out. And it's nice to be able to do that now that I don't have anybody barking down my throat about not having long hair. Yeah, you know who you are. Honestly, nobody knows where my hair came from. There's nobody alive in my family who has hair like this, so I don't know where it comes from. And finally, last question. Mio Vod asks, dubstep, please. Sure. Thank you guys so much for watching the Q&A portion of this video. Now I want to spend the remaining portion of this video talking about my plans for the future. I think you guys are in for a real treat this year. I've got a lot of stuff lined up. I've got a lot of gaming stuff lined up. Some music stuff. Hopefully I can collab with a lot of people this year. I'm gonna say it right now. 2021, this is gonna be a good year. This is gonna be a good year. I hope it's gonna be a good year for all of you too. And I sure as shit hope that it's actually gonna be a good year. So that's why I'm saying it. It's gonna be a good year. Set your intentions, guys. Today's not a year. This year is gonna be good. Stay on your toes for new content from me because it's gonna be coming and there's gonna be a lot of it. I want to expand what I do, and I want to, I got a new camera, I've got a new setup, I've got the ability now to make more content for you guys. So that's what I want to do. I want to make as much content as I can for you guys without it getting tiresome or anything. And if you guys ever feel like I'm uploading too much, you can just tell me. But I don't think that'll happen. I think things will be good. And yes, I want to do more meme content, as one of the questions asked. I've got a lot of stuff brewing up here, a lot of creative juices that are just in this mental cauldron, and good stuff is coming. Good stuff is coming, guys. Thank you, everybody, so much for asking your questions, and thank you, everybody, so much for asking the questions, and I hope that you enjoyed my answers, and I hope that you enjoyed this video. Before you guys go, if you made it this far in the video, I salute you. You're awesome. Thank you for watching this far. But I have a question for you guys now. Now it's my turn to ask you guys a question. Who is Cryfuse to you? What do I mean to you? That's something that I like to know. But until next time, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!